Hey, what's up guys? It's Art Book Addiction here, and we're here with a new artist journey video. So today, we're going to be talking about stubbornness, okay? Not every stubborn person is an artist, but every artist is a stubborn person, okay? Stubbornness is just part of the game, okay? There's sometimes where like you can't say like you can't justify this and that or whatever. You don't even need an explanation. Sometimes it's just plain stubbornness, okay? And stubbornness is a very essential point of being an artist, right? Artists are stubborn people, okay? If you weren't stubborn, you would have easily given in to doing other things, like forgetting about art, right? If you weren't stubborn about art, then there would be no art. Artists wouldn't exist, okay? Stubbornness is an essential part of being an artist, and we're going to explore that in today's video. But before we start the video, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out my prints and Patreon if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. With that, let's get into it. So, stubbornness, okay? Honestly, stubbornness and determination can be, filled in place of one another, right? Honestly, like, where would humanity be if there wasn't stubborn people, okay? People who stuck to their vision, who like said like, I have an idea and I want to execute it no matter what. I don't care what doubts people say. I don't care what this person says. I don't care about what society as a whole thinks about my ideas, or if they could come to fruition, or even if it's possible, right? The people who bring out the best in humanity are usually stubborn people, okay? People who had a vision, an idea, and just wouldn't quit, okay? Just wouldn't quit, right? So stubborn is often a derogatory form of determination. What people say to you is to say like, hey, you're stubborn, right? And there's like, it's a negative version of the same energy that could be described as determination, okay? Will, okay? So it's just the reframing of certain words, okay? But you know what? Stubbornness is a great word as well, because it describes something that is like, it's like sometimes it's not about determination, sometimes it's not about will, sometimes it's just about saying, fuck you, I am stubborn, I am not gonna quit. Okay, so in a sense, it's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe it is negative, okay? But I'm just not gonna stop, okay? You just can't stop me, right? And it's something that, I know a lot of artists, they struggle with, right? Because typically artists aren't the most, they're not the most, like, I guess, outward people. Usually artists are very introspective, very introverted people, right? And they have an edge to them, right? But like they're people often see them as like soft people, right? But there's a hardness, there's a stubbornness, there's a thing that like within them that is unbreakable, okay? And sometimes like they're viewed as like physically inferior, weaker, you know what I mean, in some sense, right? Because they're not doing something that other people do, that people view as very hard, right? And artists are seen as dreamers, as like people who live outside of reality, right? When which is so far from the truth, okay? The artists see reality and they're like, this is stupid, this is like, all this is horrible, why would I want to participate that? I feel like that is one of the biggest things of our generation, right? Of the younger people, right? Millennials, Gen Z, we're just seeing like all this like pile up of bullshit, and then they call that reality, and it's like, this is reality, this is the real world, you have to accept this, right? And I think we all collectively are going, that's bullshit, you guys are kind of dumb, if anything, for believing that, right? Like there is, I don't want to get too into this, but like there is this overwhelming sense of like this is the thing you have to accept, and people going, I don't want to accept that, okay, right? And that is like a macro scale of what an artist feels just on a daily basis. To feel like I was watching a video of an artist saying, like, I feel like why can't I be content with living a meager life? Why can't I be content with living a simple life, right? And I've often found that that's how most people feel, okay, right? That's how most people feel. They want to justify having a small life, a regular life, and like being content with that, right? But there's a lot of the artists who they're like, that's not enough for me. I want more, right? I want to go deeper. I want to go farther. I want to experience more things, okay? I want to suck the meaning out of life, right? And other people see this, and then they view you as like maybe arrogant, okay, or as a dreamer, as someone who like it'll just never happen for, right? And so what is your response to that? What is the response? It's called being stubborn, okay? Like, you could be angry at it, you could find it unfair, right? And this all just fuels your stubbornness, okay? And you're like, you know what, I don't care, dude. I don't even care what someone says, who has to say it, like what merit they have. All of it is horseshit, okay? Right? And you know what, dude? That is a huge part of growing as an artist, okay? Learning when someone is here to help you versus when someone's here to just add to the voices, okay? To add to the right? The external pressure of like wanting like no, you got to do this, you got to quit, right? This will go nowhere. It's all horseshit, okay? Because so many of the greatest creations of man have come from artists, okay? Not just like artists as in like people who create like paintings and stuff like that, but like musicians, okay? What do you call it? People who have built like extreme feats of architecture, right? They are creatives, okay? The creative energy lives within us, okay, and is a stubborn energy, okay? It's something that will not quit. That's why people who like never pursued the creative field, okay, will then 60 years later, after like living a life of like, like maybe they were happy, I don't know, like that just depends on each person's life, right? But they always find themselves unsatisfied. Say, why didn't I pursue that? Why didn't I go for that? After all these years, I really wish I tried, right? And that's because the artist's energy is stubborn as shit, okay? It will always exist within you. It will always claw at you. Goes, oh, it's like, hey, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you creating? Why aren't you living your true life, okay? And then these people come out and they realize so many years later that they've been living a lie, okay? Right? That they've been like kind of like enclosing themselves in like, well, I have to work in this little box, right? And artists don't live like that. We are supposed to live free. We're supposed to be open, okay? That's why we're open to new ideas. That's why we're open to the universe and what it could bring to us, okay? And that openness is great, okay? It means that we can see what other people can't see. Maybe in the future, or maybe something that it's like look at all these things. Like, if we put them together, it could be something real, right? And we see that. But the thing is that often, especially in creation, things take a lot of time, okay? And regular people are impatient as fuck, okay? Right? They want instant gratification. They want the thing right now, okay? But creatives know that to make something significant, to create something that will have real impact, okay, that will actually do something, it takes time. It takes a lot of effort, okay? Like, forget just like, getting it done, okay? The feat of actually getting it like complete is like most times just wild, and most of those people would just think like, oh, I can never do that. Oh, I can never do that. But the creative does not think like that. They know, hey, I have this stubborn energy. I have this will, okay? And I have a vision, a grand vision that I want to bring into the world, okay? And I will not stop until it is done, right? those people exist, and they're all creative people, okay? And the other people, they'll get impatient. They'll be like, oh, why isn't that thing blah, blah, blah. You know, you've been talking about this for however long, you know, and like you're just you're, like how I don't see how this is gonna pan out, right? And like, fuck them, okay? You know why? Because they don't got the vision. They don't see what's in your head. They don't see what you can do, right? They've limited themselves, and they want to limit you, okay? Right? So what do you gotta do? You gotta be stubborn, okay? And they're gonna say that to you. They're gonna say stubborn, and you know what? You shouldn't take that as a negative. You should take that as, you know what? I am stubborn, okay? I am determined, okay? You can't stop me. All the bullshit of the world that is flung doesn't matter, okay? I will keep trudging along, okay? Even if I'm buried in mud, okay, and like, you know? It's like playing fucking Dark Souls, dude. You could die again and again and again, okay? But, you know, hopefully each time you're learning, you're getting better, right? That's what you want, okay? But sometimes you just gotta fucking push through that grime, okay? And just be stubborn about it, okay? And take that stubbornness with a pride in it, okay? And be like, you know what, dude? There's a lot of people out there, okay? There's a lot of people who would quit right here in this moment, but I refuse, okay? I refuse, because I am fucking stubborn, okay? And I will not quit. Think about how many things would not exist today if people just weren't stubborn, right? You know, like, we wouldn't have light bulbs, okay? We wouldn't have giant buildings, okay? We wouldn't have the iPhone or the technology of today if there wasn't someone stubborn leading the way, okay? So when you guys are called stubborn, when you're called this or that, you know, these are all just people trying to limit what you can do, okay? And you know what? Maybe you can't do it the first time, okay? But your stubbornness will take you to the second iteration, to the third iteration, to the fourth iteration, to the fifth iteration, okay? And maybe that's all it takes, and then boom, it works, and then you get massive gains from it, okay? Or humanity can benefit immensely from it. You know what I mean? So don't give up, okay? Be stubborn, okay? Take pride in your stubbornness and your determination, okay? Because they are one and the same. It's just how people are judging it, okay? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. You got to keep going, okay? Right? Even if there's AI, this or that, you know, all this bullshit, it doesn't matter. Lock it in. Focus, okay? Keep that determination going. You will win out, okay? History has proven that, okay? Many times, over and over again, that the creative wins, okay? I think we're gonna end the video here, guys. Please, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like, hit that subscribe, check out my Prince and Patreon if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. All that bullshit, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay stubborn.